This is going to be about a 13-minute or so short video showing you how to annotate pictures in your iPad so that you can modify them and then send them out to people. As long as you've got at least iOS 10 or iOS 11, the operating systems, you should be able to do that. Now, this one has the iOS 11, so I'm going to go to Photos, and I'm just going to pick a photo and annotate. So I'll look at my camera roll, and I'm going to pick, it doesn't really matter which one. I'll pick this picture. Well, that's the picture I want to annotate or add to, draw on. So I've picked my picture, and I'm going to go to my Edit button beside the trash icon, and you'll notice there's several icons on the right side. And to get to the annotation, I need to go to the More button, which is the one with the 3 dots in it. There's More, and it also says Markup, and that's what I want to choose. When I choose Markup, you'll notice that across the bottom I have a choice of various tools, various pen widths, and some colors I can choose. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to annotate. I'm going to choose blue, and I'm going to choose a pen, and I'm going to draw a circle on my screen. There's a circle I've annotated. You'll notice if I choose this tool and draw over my circle, I should be able to move that circle wherever I want. There it is. Well, the most important thing you probably want to be able to do is to write on the screen. So I'm going to choose a pen. I'm going to choose some red ink. And I'm going to it's pretty rough, but I can free draw it. Also, if I don't want to do the rough drawing, I can undo that last stroke. I'll keep undoing it. That's a nice thing about this program. You can keep undoing it or redoing what you've last done. And instead of doing that, I'm going to just touch the plus key on the right side, and that gives me access to text, a signature, or a magnifier, and a couple of other shapes. So I'm going to check on text, and I can create a text box. There it is. I can move that box wherever I want to put it. And if I tap in there, I can duplicate it. I can change its size. I can change the width of the border. I can change it to a solid color. Now you may have trouble seeing it, but there is a text box that's appeared right there. There it is. I can stretch that box out. And I'm going to edit that by touching it. And now I can write in that box. I can even use an emoji, which is kind of cool. I'm back here. Now if I touch that again while I'm in this text box, you notice I can change the font and make the font larger. There it is. I might like that one better. And I can also change the alignment. Right side, stretch it out or justify it, center it, side. There we go. A couple of other things I can do here. I can go back to this plus sign. I can actually ask for a signature. I can create a signature here. And when I touch that again, I can either add or remove the signature. I'm going to add the signature, and the signature will be added to if you want to do that. If you want to sign something, not a bad way to go. You can also magnify part of the picture. I can also add a thought balloon. I can draw an arrow. There it is. I can change the direction of the arrow. So if you want to point something out that you feel is worth noting, you can draw an arrow to it. That's yellow. Or I can draw a shape, like a box. Change the color of the shape. So basically what I've done is I've made a little mess here, but that's my markup picture. And if I click on Done, it actually will save it. Now, you can undo all this by going back to Edit and just going back through the steps. So if you mess up your original picture, you can reload it again. I'm going to click Done again. And this takes me back to the camera roll, and now it's all marked up. There it is. And if I was to go back here and edit the picture, and you'll notice the top right corner here, I'm not sure you can see that, it says Revert. And I can revert that back to its original form. When I click on Revert, it'll remove all the edits made to this photo. This action cannot be undone. So I'm just going to leave that, because I want to keep some of these. That's how you take a picture. And now that picture can be sent by email or whatever to whoever's out there that you want to send it to. I actually tried the older version of System 10 on my older iPad to see the difference between what I've just been showing you and the System 10 photo app. Just to review, not all the tools will be at your disposal the way it's shown here in the older version, but those tools at the bottom, across the bottom, there's the drawing tool. A highlighting tool is really handy because you can draw light colors across material or text and still see the text. And I didn't mention the eraser before either. So there are those tools, and here's basically how they will work. Here's a picture I wish to annotate with the older version. Notice I've already annotated some of it. When I touch the lines next to the trash, you notice what comes up. Basic picture editing tools, and the circle with 3 dots, which indicates more. When I touch more, I get access to markup, which is what I will now choose. Notice the tools across the bottom. These are the tools I can use to write on or change the picture. They're not as extensive as in the newer version, but they're still very useful. There's a magnifier tool, which can be very useful, and actually I found it easier to resize this and stretch it out than I did for the newer one. There are, of course, the different colors you can choose. There's also this tool that determines the width of the lines you draw on the screen. And here's where you decide the size of your font, the kind of font you'd like, and how it would be aligned on the page. When you're all done, just click Done at the top left corner of the page. That will save your modified picture. It's now ready to be emailed out to people as a changed image. Now, just like the newer version, if you want to revert back to the original picture, you simply select the picture for editing again, and revert is one of the options that's given to you.